Sarah, what's your favorite thing about KK as a teammate?
My favorite thing about KK as a teammate would definitely be when she gets in her zone and like she gets like a stop on defense, like fast break layups, or she makes a big shot or gets an and one and she hits that. Oh, sorry, I don't know if that was too loud. She hits that one clap, and I'm like, okay, like I'm hyping her up, and she's like, yeah, yeah. I just love seeing her just at her like most confident like self. Like I just think that's really important for the team, and I just love it when she's in that mode.
Joining us now, she's a junior guard for the undefeated number one in the nation UConn Huskies, first team All Big East and Big East All Defensive team this year, and a national champion last year. A Germantown, Wisconsin native, she's a former Wisconsin Miss Basketball, two-time Wisconsin Gatorade Player of the Year, and three-time AP Wisconsin State Player of the Year. She's got camo cowboy boots and pants with flames. It's the masked menace, the queen of the girly pops, KK Arnold. Hey, KK.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having.
Joining her, we've got a sophomore forward for the undefeated number one in the nation UConn Huskies, Big East Player of the Year, Big East Defensive Player of the Year. Last year, she was National Freshman of the Year and a national champion. Born in Madrid, Spain, grew up in North Carolina. She was a two-time North Carolina Miss Basketball and the 2024 Naismith High School Player of the Year. Her dad played college ball, and her mom, Allison Feaster, was a college and WNBA hooper. She speaks fluent Spanish, has dual citizenship with France, and has an NIL deal with Unrivaled. It's Sarah Strong. Hi, Sarah.
Hello.
No more fluent Spanish, huh? Is that why I'm getting the head nod?
A little rusty. Trying to practice with Bianca, but a little rusty right now.
All right, it's allowed. You've got some other things going on. I'm so excited to have you both joining us. KK, your UConn team is now 6 wins away from a second straight national championship. It's been sort of the expectation since day one of the season, coming off that dominant title game performance last year. I'm wondering what Coach Geno Auriemma's approach has been this season to running it back. Does he talk about the title all the time? Does he take it game by game and never mention it? Something in the middle?
Yeah, just he just basically says like be present, make sure that we stay present and focusing on the next game and not really looking too far ahead.
When he gets mad though, does he say, if we don't do these things, you're never going to win a title?
Yeah, something along those lines.
Yeah, I can hear him saying that. You know, that day-to-day approach is how you can get through an undefeated season. It's a very special thing, Sarah. And I'm wondering, what was the secret to keeping that focus day in and day out and not having an off night where you slip to a good team?
I feel like it starts in practice, just knowing our intensity levels and things that we do in practice, like the coaches, what we need to focus on and making sure we're all on the same page about that. And I think it starts the day before.
Yeah. I want to talk about defense because we've got two lockdown defenders here. Sarah, tell me about KK on that side of the ball.
I would hate to be guarded by KK. She's just so like on you. Like she's everywhere. Like she's in your grill, but she's not at the same time. Like it's like you just don't have room to like it's suffocating. Like that's I feel like that's a good word. And it's just so I don't know. She's so good at it. Like I don't know how she just guards people. She's always running around. She's so quick. Like it's just really crazy to watch. A lot of fun watching her.
KK, according to defensive rating statistics, Sarah is having the best defensive season of any player since at least 2009. What do you see from her as a defender?
Sarah's like a sneaky defender. Like you won't know like where she's coming from or like what she's about to do, whether that's a block shot, a steal for coast to coast layup. Like she's just so sneaky and she like reads the ball really well. And that's something about like nobody really knows. Like she knows where the ball is going next play and just goes coast to coast, like I said. But yeah, she's a great defender. I learned a lot from her as well, how to just anticipate a pass or anything like that. So thanks, Sarah.
Cute. Also, it's good to have one of those on the team and not the other team, because as a big, I hated the little ones who were like dribbling around my feet. And as a small, you hate us bigs because we're just blocking your shit into tomorrow, which is frustrating, I'm sure, when you're trying to get into the lane. So it's nice to have them on your team and not play against them. That's for sure. You know, Sarah, Coach Auriemma described you as this mist that's everywhere. It's a very weird thing to call someone, but he said, you're like this mist that's everywhere. Your eyes just keep following her everywhere she goes. And you wonder, how can anything be that easy? How can anything look that easy? I know you work very hard to be great, but I'm wondering if it ever feels as easy as you make it look.
Yeah, definitely not. I think it just comes with the time that I spend in the gym, watching film, just doing little things that some other people might not do. So I just think it's not easy at all. It's definitely a lot of time and effort into it.
Tell me about your relationship with Coach Geno.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's like a regular coach and player relationship, but I mean, I feel like this year more than last year, he's been more vocal towards me with the things that he says and the way that he says it. And I mean, it's kind of what I expected, and I know that he knows that little things that he says is like a way to motivate me and just to get me to either lock in or just play with, like, do what I have to do on the court.
We've heard from current players and former players that all agree that he's softened as he's gotten older and dealt with younger generations. What do you hear, Sarah, from previous UConn players about the old Geno? What do they tell you about his style before?
Pretty much what you said. I mean, I've heard that going around, but I mean, I don't know anything else. Like, I don't know another coach or how he was back in the past. So I'm just going to be thankful for who he is now and what he's doing now.
KK, are you thankful for the kinder, gentler Geno?
Yeah, I definitely am. And like Sarah said, like I really don't know too much about the past year's stories, and I'm like, dang, like that really happened. Like I low key can't relate. Like I'm just grateful for how he is right now. So
Yeah. AZ Fudd was on the show. She told me Paige Beckers gave her the nickname the People's Princess because Geno doesn't yell at her like he yells at everyone else. So I'm wondering, KK, who drives Geno the craziest? Like who is most often on the other side of his yelling?
me, um, Ash,
The bigs.
Jana, yeah, all the bigs, mostly all the bigs. Me, Ash,
Khalees.
yeah, Khalees, Kaylee a little bit, but not really.
Yeah. So everybody but AZ.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Paige was right. All right. Good to know.
I mean, like AZ gets it, but like it's not like, yeah.
Yeah. You mentioned Kaylee Heckle. I heard, Sarah, that y'all have been messing with her a bit about playing against her in the tournament last year. Now she's on your team. What have you been saying to her, particularly about the Paige Beckers and one that she took?
KK just always reenacts what Paige did and what she said towards her. But I mean, it's pretty much that, and it's like a light joke. Like, never hurt anyone.
Yeah. She takes it okay, KK?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like she saw that coming too. Like she was like, she even said a couple of times like she expected that to come out of somebody's mouth here. So
yeah. Well, for those who don't remember, there was a notable moment in last year's tournament when Paige got an and one against Kaylee when she was at USC and just screamed directly in her face and won while flexing both arms. So that's what you're reenacting, KK. Nice of you to bring back those fond memories for your teammate.
Of course.
Sarah, what's your favorite thing about KK as a teammate?
My favorite thing about KK as a teammate would definitely be when she gets in her zone and like she gets like a stop on defense, like fast break layups, or she makes a big shot or gets the N one and she hits that. Oh, sorry, I don't know if that was too loud. She hits that one clap, and I'm like, okay, like I'm hyping her up, and she's like, yeah. I just love seeing her just at her like most confident like self. Like I just think that's really important for the team, and I just love it when she's in that mode.
KK, what's your favorite thing about Sarah as a teammate?
I love when Sarah like blacks out in a way. Like at times, like maybe like she's not like feeling it, and as soon as like she makes a shot or something, like she does this mug and like she like goes back and she's like this, she's like and then like she goes like she like starts clapping. She starts clapping.
No, but yours is
and
better.
I'm like, yeah, like she's in that mode and like I feed off of that like kind of like energy, like all right, everybody need to lock in. Like I love that.
I love that. Yeah. Sarah, what's been the biggest focus this year for you in terms of improving your game? You had such an amazing freshman year. What did you say, okay, I can be even better at?
I would say this year I've done more of being on the perimeter. I think last year I was mainly in the post, where that's like the 4 to the 5, but I feel like this year I'm doing some of the 3 stuff, coming off of ball screens and trying to get those reads down, reading my defender and the help and all that other stuff, but just more guard-like stuff.
Yeah. KK, what do you think the biggest difference is, like style and strategy wise, between this team and last year's team?
I feel like it's the same approach, but we have so many different pieces this year that honestly, like, it's just interchangeable with like some of the things that we do, especially on the offensive end and defensive end, how much pressure we can put on the ball, whether that's Kaylee Blanca coming in. I feel like that's like kind of like a little bit of difference, but I feel like it's been the same approach, same style of play, up and down, pushing it down the floor, different things like that. So
You've got an interesting senior class this year, a bunch of 5 years, folks who've been injured and in and out of lineups, folks that came from other schools. Do you feel like because of your steady play and your role on this team since you arrived, that you are sort of among the senior type leadership? Because to me, that's what it feels like from the outside, that even though you're a junior, you sort of strike me as one of the true, like, longest running and most important vets on this squad.
Yeah, in a way I feel like that, and I feel like coming in this year, I feel like that was the biggest thing. That was the biggest thing said to me. It was like my leadership style, how I lead this team and lead by example. And just that kind of like our underclassmen will be looking up to me in a way. And like you said, being a part of that kind of senior class in a way with AZ, Carol, and everybody else, kind of take on that weight a little bit, but just super grateful for it as well, the role.
Yeah. Sarah, I don't know how much you were keeping an eye on your stats to know just how close you were to a 60, 40, 90 season. It was like 2 made free throws. That's something that's never been done. Were you watching that at all?
Actually, not really. Yeah, I actually didn't really know that. But yeah, that would have been cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been really cool. It's insane. That's kind of your style. You're like a head down, play the game person, not obsessed with the fame and popularity, NIL deals, social media, stuff like that. How would you describe personally your approach to life in basketball?
I don't know. I would just say that I'm focused on basketball right now, and that's what I love to do. So I'm gonna like put all my time and energy in something that I want to do and something that I want to be great at one day. So I'm just, I don't know, focused on where I'm at right now in the moment, not looking too far ahead. So yeah.
I would say you're great at it right now too. You could also be greater at it one day, but I'd say you're pretty great at it right now.
Thank
I
you.
read that you did some like weekly media training sessions with the team staffer for a bit to help you get more comfortable with interviews. Has it helped? Do you feel like you can be more of a leader on the team when it comes to talking to the press and stuff too?
I think so. Definitely meeting with Anna has really helped me.
Shout out to Anna.
Um, yeah, shout out to Anna. But yeah, it definitely helped me like tremendously. And looking back at old clips of me last season, I just was overthinking, like so much anxiety, just worried about every little aspect of media, like things that didn't even matter. But now I'm able to, take a breath and listen to whoever's talking to me and trying to understand what they're asking me. And I feel a lot more confident than I did last season.
Yeah. As for the social media, is it true that you still don't know how to upload a photo to Instagram?
No, I actually posted for the
Oh,
first time yesterday. I
wow.
like got my pictures. Like my agents didn't do it for me. Like I got the pictures, did the caption, tag. Yeah, like that was me.
You're all
Bianca was
grown
teaching
up.
me in
I
class.
can't wait for you to make a mistake and have it look like something my mom posts where she thinks it's like a text message to someone, but she's put it up on like her Instagram or something. Oh, look at that. You're growing up. I love that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, obviously, KK thriving on socials, the dance moves, the mic'd up montages in practice and behind the scenes. You are very much the life of the party. How do you think that personality contributes to your ability to lead the team?
I just feel like that energy, like that contagion energy that I show off the court, kind of, goes on the court as well. Just that energy, intensity that I have on the defensive end, which kind of creates that kind of flow for the rest of the game or in practice. And getting us started, waking up, something like goes hand in hand about
Yeah.
just being loud both ways.
You said when you started this season, you were told a lot of the youngsters might be looking up to you. Do you feel a sort of responsibility to help out teammates like Sarah or others who maybe aren't as comfortable in the spotlight and answering questions, doing interviews, helping them understand that part of what it is to be a big time college athlete?
Yeah, of course. And I feel like everybody here in this program, like we're learning each and every day still. And everybody's a sponge willing to learn. So I feel like any questions that they have or any questions that I have, like we're just open with each other, answering and helping each other out to be the best version of ourselves. So
Yeah. You've been wearing a mask on the court after that nasal fracture back in December. I actually had to wear one of those for field hockey, but mine was clear. And when I sweated, it got steamed up and I looked like an absolutely insane person. Yours is way cooler. It's very like Batman-esque. It's very intimidating, but does it impact your vision on the court at all, like your peripheral vision?
No, it actually doesn't. I feel like the first few games that I had it on, I had to kind of get used to that kind of black mask feel because the first couple of games that I had a mask, it was clear, like yours that you were speaking of. But after the first couple of games, I was good to go.
Yeah. You got the masked menace. Any other nicknames that you've acquired as a result?
Nah, besides Max Venice, I mean, Catwoman, Batman, like
Yeah.
stuff like that. So,
Yeah. There's an NBA player back in the day, Rip Hamilton, and he started wearing his mask and he got so comfortable he never stopped wearing it. He wore it for the rest of his career. Any chance you're gonna love it so much you never want to part ways?
No, probably after this season, like I'm probably gonna put it up in the rafters.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
keeping it on for the rest of the season, being safe, because after the fact, I've still been getting hit in my face a little bit, so it's a little bit concerning. So we're just gonna keep the mask on.
Yeah, smart. You gotta protect the moneymaker, especially with all those NIL deals you got, It's very smart. Sarah, I've seen you eat up some of those dances as well. Even though you don't maybe post them yourself, I've seen you doing the dances. So I want to play a little game of good, gooder, goodest. So there's me 3 things. You have to rank them. Something's just good, something's gooder, and something is the goodest. So these are 3 TikTok dances. The nose and swim dance, the like eat it up dance, and then I literally don't even know what it's called, but whatever the hell Azzy's always doing with her knees, where like the hands are down together and your knees are wiggling. All right. So, KK, let's start with you. You're the expert here. I need you to rank those. Which one is just good?
What was the second one you did?
The eat it up. The like
you're
feeding someone.
Yeah.
Oh.
That one's good.
Okay. And then what's gooder?
Actually, no. This one is good.
Okay. Nose and swim is good. Eat it up is gooder. And the knee dance is the goodest.
Yeah.
Okay. Based on the amount of time you and AZ spend doing that one, I think that checks out. That is the go-to at this point. Sarah, do you agree or do you have different rankings?
Yeah, I disagree.
Okay.
The one AZ does is good.
Said with a tremendous amount of shade.
I think like the scoop.
Yeah.
That's
nose and swim.
What is it? Gooder.
Gooder.
And the feeding is
the feeding one's
the
good.
last one. Good.
Okay, good. We'll be keeping an eye out for all those, and I imagine some new ones. Do we have any TikToks already at the ready, KK, for the tournament?
No, I'm on I take a leave off of TikTok during the tournament, so yeah.
Okay, 0 Dark 30 style. You gotta stay focused. Okay, well, we'll be missing the dances, but I look forward to whatever builds up and gets released at the end of the tournament.
Of course.
I know you're gonna still be making them. Y'all are the overall number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament. You're matched up with University of Texas at San Antonio in the first round on Saturday. But between that game and the final, you've got the likes of UCLA, LSU, Texas. So I'm wondering, KK, when you look ahead at the field, are there teams that you have an eye on? Have you been told to focus on just the one in front of you? Like, how do you approach sort of the mindset ahead of the tournament?
Just taking one game at a time. I mean, like I said, you can't look too far ahead because you don't know what's going to happen right at the first game or anything like that. So just being present, focusing on who we have first, and kind of just going from there.
Sarah, does it feel like Geno changes any of his coaching approach when you're getting into tournament time?
I mean, I would say it's pretty consistent, but at a certain point, he's like we don't get another chance. Like we all have to be locked in on the same page, and there's not a lot of room for error. But most of the time, it's consistent.
Are there any rules, KK, other than your own self-imposed TikTok ban that Geno puts into place, whether it's about parties or classes or practice time, anything else that starts to kick in right about now?
I mean, no, I feel like everybody knows the standard of what's expected from each and every one of us during this time. And it's not even during this time as well, it's just the entire year of how we carry ourselves and do things around here. You do it with the same kind of standard you do it. So,
Sarah, you're a sophomore, but you're already a national champion. So you have become an instant vet. For teammates like Kaylee coming from other schools, this is going to be their first time entering the tournament with UConn. Some people even like to say January, February, UConn, April, right? Like you just own March. So what do you tell those teammates who haven't been here before and weren't around last year about what it takes to actually get it done?
Yeah, I would say to kind of stay together, and it can feel like a lot of stuff going on. So just kind of taking a breath and just knowing that she has a team, like we're with her, we have her back, she has our back. So just kind of staying together. The team is going to be a lot of ups and downs, but yeah, just stay together.
Yeah, and that they don't have to go through UConn this year because they're on UConn. KK, as far as that goes, do you give them advice on what it means to be the overall number 1 seed, to be the one everyone's coming for, to be the defending champs, and how maybe that might impact like how much media you have to do, how many interviews you're expected to do, all that stuff that might feel a little different for them coming into this tournament?
I just say handle it all with grace and kind of just carry themselves the same way as we have been throughout the season. I feel like they've got enough awareness about what this program brings in terms of all the outside stuff that comes with it. So I feel like they understand that if they have any questions or they feel pressure or anything, like we always have their back and making sure that we're always easing their mind a little bit more throughout all the madness. But besides that, I feel like they understand what the standard is of this program and just how we do things here, and just they've been doing a great job with it. So.
Yeah. Hopefully they're all excited too. It's a really fun time of year. Well, we're so excited to watch y'all in the tournament. Thanks so much for giving us a little time.
Thank you.
Thank you.